Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 has been one of the most anticipated RPG releases of the last few years, not only because it follows the cult classic of 2004, but also because of its turbulent development history. After changing developers and undergoing a significant creative reset, the project is now led by the Chinese Room. Under their direction, Bloodlines 2 has been reimagined as a modern action RPG that still draws deeply on the tone, politics, and lore of the World of Darkness universe. As the game approaches release, Paradox Interactive and the Chinese Room have started revealing details about its various editions. Like many major titles today, Bloodlines 2 will not launch in a single uniform version, but across multiple editions that offer different bundles of content, digital extras, and access to future expansions. This structure is meant to cater to several types of players: those who want only the base game, those who value early cosmetic access or soundtrack bonuses, and those who plan to follow the game's post launch story updates. The differences between these editions, standard, deluxe, or premium, and those including an expansion pass, can be confusing at first glance, especially since naming conventions sometimes vary between digital storefronts. Understanding what each edition contains is important not only for deciding which version to buy, but also for seeing how Paradox intends to support the game after release. These packages tell us how the developers plan to extend the narrative world, distribute cosmetic content, and sustain interest over time through downloadable expansions. The foundation of every version is the Standard Edition, which contains the complete base game as envisioned by the Chinese Room. It represents the unaltered core experience, the full story, gameplay systems, and all playable clans available at release. Notably, Paradox recently announced that the La Sombra and Toreador clans, once planned as premium-only content, will now be available to everyone from day one. This decision followed strong community feedback and was widely praised as an effort to keep the game's core mechanics accessible to all players. For those who pre-order the Standard Edition, Paradox is including a small but nostalgic bonus: the Bloodlines Nostalgia Jukebox, a decorative item for the player's haven that plays original music by Rick Schaefer, the composer of the 2004 classic. It's a simple inclusion, but one that nods to the game's roots and its cult following. Next comes the Deluxe Edition, which builds upon the base game by adding a touch of atmosphere through cosmetic customization. This version includes the Santa Monica Memories Cosmetic Pack, allowing players to personalize Fire's Haven with decorations inspired by the first Bloodlines, a thematic bridge between the two games. The Deluxe Edition doesn't alter gameplay or narrative content. Its value lies in enhancing the tone and nostalgia of the player's surroundings. For longtime fans of the franchise, this edition offers a subtle but meaningful way to carry forward the visual and emotional identity of the original title. The Premium Edition sits at the top of the digital tiers and is intended for players who want to experience Bloodlines 2 as an evolving narrative platform rather than a single self-contained game. This edition includes everything from the Deluxe tier, but adds the Expansion Pass, which grants access to planned post-launch story expansions and cosmetic packs. Paradox has already confirmed two major story packs within this pass: Loose Cannon and The Flower and the Flame, each designed to deepen the world and explore characters tied to Seattle's vampiric politics. Loose Cannon focuses on Sheriff Benny of Clan Bruja, adding both his narrative arc and an exclusive outfit for Fire, while The Flower and the Flame centers on Toreador Primogen Isabella, bringing her story and a corresponding outfit to the player's repertoire. Both expansions are scheduled for release in 2026, offering ongoing narrative content for those who wish to stay immersed in the world beyond launch. Alongside the digital editions, Paradox and the Chinese Room are also producing physical versions aimed at collectors and longtime fans of the World of Darkness universe. The Day 1 edition corresponds to the standard digital version, but comes with physical packaging and the same pre-order bonus, the Bloodlines Nostalgia Jukebox. Some regional versions also include a small collectible, such as a replica of the Cross of St. James. For enthusiasts seeking something more substantial, the physical premium edition mirrors the digital premium content while including tangible extras such as a steelbook case, a journal, and a set of character cards, all packaged in a limited edition collector's box. These physical editions not only appeal to those who appreciate memorabilia, but also underscore the publisher's intent to honor the legacy of the series through high-quality presentation. Overall, the structure of these editions reveals Paradox's dual strategy: to deliver a fully self contained core experience while also maintaining a path for long term engagement through story expansions and cosmetic content. The Standard Edition is designed for players who want the full narrative and mechanical experience without additional investment. The Deluxe Edition caters to those who value atmospheric detail and subtle callbacks to the original game. The Premium Edition, by contrast, is aimed at players who want to experience everything the game's evolving story world will offer over the coming year, from new storylines and character arcs to exclusive customization. The tiered edition model for Bloodlines 2 balances accessibility with depth. No player is forced to purchase additional content to enjoy the complete story, but those who wish to extend their time in the world of darkness have a clear, structured way to do so. The different editions of Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 ultimately reflect more than just marketing tiers. They express the relationship between players, developers, and the game's evolving world. All editions share the same core story, mechanics, and clans, ensuring equality of experience. What differs is the level of immersion and commitment a player chooses. The Standard Edition offers the full base game, while the Deluxe and Premium editions add cosmetics, nostalgia-driven items, or future story expansions. These editions symbolize different ways of engaging with the world of darkness. Newcomers can enjoy a complete story without extras, while longtime fans can invest more deeply and support future content. The model mirrors Paradox's philosophy of long-term world building rather than one-off releases. Ultimately, the editions matter not because they divide players, but because they give them agency, allowing each to decide how much of the world's unfolding story they want to be part of, while keeping the central experience intact for everyone.